Hi you guys, I am back with another video. Today's video is gonna be about the boy who ruined our friendship. Let's start from the beginning. Me and him met when I first got to the school. Got to the school that I'm at now. Sorry, my hair looks a hot mess. Tried to fix it up before I started, but it doesn't want to go how I want it to. But we met when I got to school. I'm just pretty much like how we met was I was in drama club, and we would stay back after school. Like we meaning like the cast and everything. We would stay back after school, and one day, like after school, I forget how like it all started, but like we just started play fighting. It was like a few of us. Then it went to like the girls against the boys. So like I don't like. We was play fighting and everything, and then me and him started play fighting. Mind you, this boy is built, and I believe he used to run track. And like I don't consider myself a fast person, but like we was like I was chasing him behind, like in the hallways, and like he's right here, and like I'm right here, and I'm getting ready to grab on him and everything. And then we got in trouble because after, or like while we was doing it, like security came out and was like, you guys need to stop and everything. Like, okay, whatever. So after that, it was like we would see each other in the hallways and be like, it would be times I'd be like, that's why the girls won. Be like, no, the dudes won, and then we would go back and forth. And then it was like I had this situation with this boy. I talked about him in one of my videos, and like he was walking in the hallway, and like I was sitting on the floor by like our auditorium, and he was like, he just stopped, and then I was like, he stopped, and where I was sitting on the ground, he just sat next to me, and he was like, what's wrong? And I was like, nothing. And like he pretty much just like made me talk to him about what was going on, and I usually don't do that, but I'm like, I started telling him, and he was like, you shouldn't worry about it, he's just a fuck boy and this and that, like don't set your standards low, that low, or down to that level, you shouldn't be feeling this way, and then like when I say I was all the way like down here, and like after talking to him, I was like maybe like right here and everything. Like he hugged me, he was like, it's gonna be okay, don't worry about it. And from there on, like see each other in a hallway, and like he would just give me a hug and everything. And he was on the wrestling team. So I know for a fact, like after we talked for a few days and everything, but like I found out like one of the girls that was in the drama club with me, he liked, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then I was like, okay, don't worry about it, I don't care. Then it was like this bond that we started to have, and then people thought me and him were in a relationship. Like I would be walking to class, and then like he'll see me in the hallway. We were like, it was supposed to be a hug, how you doing, and like, and then walk away. No, he would hug me, and I would hug him, and he would not let go. Like it was to the point like I'm hugging like in his hand on my waist and everything, and I'm walking backwards down the hallway. I just walked. It's like, oh my gosh. And then like we did that like down like a complete hallway, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we would do that like every other day, because how our school is, it's like odd and even days. So like we have certain classes on, like, say if it was like the 10th, we would have certain classes on that day, and then if it was 11th, we would have certain classes on that day. So we would do it every other day. So then I would, like, because he had practice after school and everything, like, then I started noticing that, like, he would literally skip practice to come hang with me. And I was, for the drama club and the play and everything, I was head of costume and designs and lighting and everything and construction and everything. It was me, my brother, and, like, a close friend at the time. I thought we was close, whatever. And, like, we was, like, when I say, like, during, like, me and the girl had theater together. When I say, like, during our theater period class, like, we was, like, working on stuff for, like, the play and everything. Like, we were, like, building set pieces. We was painting set pieces. We was working on costumes, all this stuff. I'm gonna tell you a story about that. But we went and he I don't know how to put it, but what he did was he started skipping, and, like, he started like when the school bell rang, like, he would meet me at my practice basically. And, like, on how the stage was set up, like, I would, like, to, like, take a break, I would sit in this corner behind, like, the curtains and everything and just relax and take a break. It was just 3 head people, and it was, like, at least, I want to say at least 10 to 15 characters. So that's, like, a lot of set pieces building, a lot of costumes making, a lot of, like, making designs for, like, the makeup and everything, like, and, like, the group of, like, the 3 of us would, like, have, like, because it was me and my brother and a friend at the time, like, we used to hang out and everything. So, like, on those times that, like, we would, like, for, like, a few minutes, we would have, like, a mini meeting about, like, what, do this and da. So I'm like, okay. So, like, we would sit back there and, like, we would talk, and, like, he had this, like, big fro. And, like, if anybody knows, I love a dude with hair. Like, I just, like, that's one thing I look for in a dude. Somebody that has, like, hair, like, long hair, because I love hair. Like, it's, like, something I'm very attracted to. But in my last video, my crush doesn't have long hair. Like, his hair is, like, that long. But yeah, that's what I usually look for. Something I also look in a person, besides, like stuff they like, and stuff that interests them, and stuff like, that's the same thing. Whatever. But I would, like, play in his hair. Like, we used to, like, somewhat cuddle. Like, my brother and my friend at the time would, like tease, be like, they back there up, like, being lovey-dovey and whatever. It was funny, whatever. And, like, when I say, like, it was not no 1, 2, 3 type of thing. No, it was every single rehearsal. So, like, we would come in. We would have, like, in the beginning of, like, my rehearsals, like, we'd come in, have, like, a quick, like, 5-minute, like, recap of, like, what, like, and then, like, stuff that need to get done, and, like, for the, like, people that were, like, not in the scene, that, like, they were supposed to be doing this, and that, I'm like, it was it was kind, even though we were the head three, we knew what we was doing. So like after I did that, like we would sit, like even though I was in the back and everything, and there was a lot of stuff that needed to be done, like sometimes I would just sit back there by myself and don't work on anything, or I would like bring the stuff that I was working on and sit back there, and like we would just like sit back there. We would like, when I say like our rehearsal was up, it was like what? It was a 4-hour rehearsal every single day. And sometimes we won't have it. Or sometimes it would be like pretty much an all-nighter thing. Like practice will end at like 10 o'clock at night. Practice usually start at 3 o'clock. And it would like, we would just sit back there and talk and laugh and everything. Like, he's another dude that gives, like, besides my crush and my dad, he like gives like, because we're almost the same height, like he, like his hugs are like, oh my gosh. We'll get into it. He was light skinned, and I think like, I don't want to say that like all light skins are fuck boys, but that's what it seemed like. Like it seems like, because any light skinned dude I know, they do the same thing. But like this was like, it was crazy. Then my sister joined and everything, joined the drama club, and it was like, okay. And they were somewhat friends, and then they got closer, and I was like, oh, okay. And it seemed like to me, it seems like anybody that like I'm cool with, and then she meets, it's like, and then like I end up liking them. She is like, oh, I like them, and then I'm the one to like, I don't want to start anything. I would like take care of myself last before anybody. So I was like, oh, da da da. So then she was like, one day they was like, pretty much it was like mine and his spot. That's where like we used to always be. And like they was like, we was over there talking, me and him, and then like we was like, she the instructor, she had like ordered food for us and everything, so we was like eating and everything, and then she pulls like the boy aside, and like they started talking, and I was like, oh my god. So then the friend I had at the time, she I'm sorry, my allergies are acting up. She went over and talked, and I was like, oh my god. So then they come back over and they're laughing and everything, and like he just walks away, and I'm like, oh, what's so funny? So then she says, like, my sister tells me that he likes me and everything, and I was like, mind you, I liked him too, but I was like, oh, I don't believe you. Like I mentioned in my last video, don't believe that dudes really like me. So I'm like, okay, whatever. We finish eating, and I go back over to like my little corner and everything, and he comes over. Like, no, actually what happened was I had took my plate and everything, my food and everything, my drink, and the little area. So I was pretty much sitting by myself at first, and then he comes over with his stuff, and then like we're just sitting there, and it looked like a little date or whatever, but it wasn't. So then like me and him started talking, and then the girl he like comes over, and then we all start talking, and she leaves, and then I go over to my sister, and I was like, I don't believe it. And she was like, so what he said? I'm like, about what? And I was like, I told you I didn't believe you and everything. So I go back over there. I went to go get more something else to drink, and I go back over there, and she's like, so do you like anybody? It was like she came over, and it was like small talk, and then she was like, oh, does anybody like anybody? Well, no. She was like, do you like anybody here? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay. But I was like, I said that in my head. So I'm like, okay, where is she going? Like, where is he going with this? So I was just like, who? She was like, I'm not gonna say any names. And I was like, okay. So then it was like the girl that I knew, he liked. It was like she came over and we was all talking. He was like, she was like, my sister was like, are they over here? He was like, yeah. He was like, okay. He was like, they're both here? And he was like, oh, okay. So I was like, she said, what's the difference between each other? Both of them. He was like, they both carry themselves differently. I was like, okay, whatever. So then after that and everything, it was like that for like, what? I want to say like for about like, this was going on for like, I want to say almost 3 months. So one day, like, he wasn't like, and it got to the point where, let me go back, it got to the point where like I would like we was texting each other back and forth, and then it got to the point where I didn't call or text this dude for 2 days. And like, it was a group of us meeting up and everything. He literally called my friend and was like, can you text Faith, or can, like, if he was like, he found out that like we was all meeting up. No, actually he was supposed to meet up with us, but something happened so he couldn't meet up with us. So he was like, oh, can you tell Faith to call me? I'm like, oh my god. I was like, I can't believe he just did that. So I literally call him. He don't answer. I'm like, okay. I text him. He don't answer. I call him again. No answer. I'm like, I text him. I was like, funny how you ask people to call, for me to call you, but you don't answer. So I'm like, okay. So then, like, I'm texting him, like, I text him like the next day and everything. He don't answer. I'm like, did I do something? Is he mad at me or something? I'm like, oh my god. So I see him at school, and he say something to me. I was like, funny, you no, it was me and this girl walking, and I forgot what we was doing, and we walked past him, and he was like, he said something to me, and I was like, funny how, I was basically like, funny how it's funny how he had said something to me and the girl, and I was like, it's funny how you can't call or text nobody back, but you want to call somebody to tell me to text you and call you. He was like, I broke my phone, da, da, da. I was like, but any other time you could find a way to call or text me. I was like, whatever. So then, like, a week later, he stopped talking to me, and I'm like, okay. Now it's this one dude. He just, we're close friends and everything. He just graduated too. He graduated like a few weeks ago with I crushed my sister, and you can't tell him anything. Like, he will tell everything. Anything you tell him, he will tell. So I found, instead of like him coming to me as a dude, I found out from Big Mouth that he got a girlfriend. But I'm like, you could have came to me and you could have told me that, so I don't feel like, oh, I did something wrong and you just cutting me off. So I'm like, whatever. I was like, that's crazy. So, and then I ended up meeting his girlfriend and seeing who she was and everything. So we go, and I'm like, okay. He just stops talking to me, and I'm like, whatever. I was like, it's not the first time this has happened. So the summer goes by and everything. Get to this beginning of the school year this year, and it seems like how he did it was like him being in a relationship and him not telling me never happened. Like it was like, oh, we like it was like we talked all summer, we hung out all summer. No, we did not. It was like he like that whole part like forgot about, blacked out, whatever. But it was crazy. He was like, he basically said that like, oh, he was like, I missed you, and then I'm like, whatever. We started hitting it off. So it was like he is like how I put it, he will fuck anything that moves, okay? So to me, if you don't put a ring on this finger, you are not getting nothing. So it was like this thing back and forth. We would mess around, but we would never do anything. Nothing at all. No kissing, nothing at all. And it was like, it was like his like relaxing moment was like, we would be in this class and like he would lay across the chairs and like I was bored, we was both bored, so I would like write on his back. I have like pictures of him. No, I deleted them all, but I was like just write on his back and everything, and like it was like he was like it was like so relaxing that he falls asleep every time I did it. He would fall asleep every time I did it. Yeah. So it was like that for like first. What's happened recently? So like up until like I want to say February, maybe March. Cause we was at first for my birthday. Was it? I'm not sure. No, it was like, so maybe between like, I believe it was like between maybe March. Yeah, maybe between February and March, maybe early April. So I'm like, okay. So it's this girl I do not one bit at all, and she knows I don't like her, and she knows why I don't like her. So she's head of the wrestling team. She manages the wrestling team. So I just basically graduated from this group that I was in, and that was yesterday. That was like, when was that? No, that was like a few days ago. I recorded this. I did this video early so that just in case I didn't have any time to make a video, I would have already made a video to just upload. But it was like I graduated from this thing like like almost a week ago. So I go but like when this was happening, it was like I was still going to the classes. So I'm leaving one of the classes. My mom came to get me, and it was like at the time it was me, my sister, and my two friends. At the moment, me and one of those two girls are no longer friends, and me and the other one I am not as close to as I was before. We was leaving and we saw them together. Like before we left, like we saw them together. He was like, "Oh, okay, that's new." And then I was like, I asked him, but I guess he didn't hear me. So like how she was like, she gave off the look and the attitude you touch my man, I'm gonna hurt you. So it was a simple question. I was like, because like we wasn't talking, he got a new phone and I didn't have his number. I was like, I asked my brother, he had his number. He texted him and he was like, my brother was like, no, they're not together. I was like, I asked if they was together, and was like, he texted him and was like, no, whatever. And I get to school, like, I didn't see him for like a few days. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, when I finally see him, I'm like, I go to give him a hug, and like, he moved out the way. He like straight dodged my hug. And I'm like, what was that for? He was like, you know what that's for? What that was for? I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, you want to spread rumors about me? I was like, are you talking about that question I asked? He was like, what question? And I was like, I said it. I was like, if you and that girl was together. He was like, yeah. I was like, how am I spreading rumors by asking a question? So I was like, you really gonna be like this? He was like, yep. Get out now. Get out my face. I was like, oh really? That's how we really gonna do it? He was like, bet. And I walked out. He was like, yeah, bet. And I was like, okay. I haven't talked to that dude since. I'm so serious. I haven't, like, that happened. I want to say that happened like I really believe it was like mid-March. Right? Mid-March. But, and it's what, June now? I have not talked to him. Like, when we see each other, it's like, oh, I know you, but like that type of thing, like, oh, we're not cool no more, so it don't matter. But yeah, time a dude messed our friendship. And I put it like this: you lose my friendship, a lot of things get cut off with it. So, and like, I do a lot for people. Stuff that I would usually do, make sure stuff happen for you. Nope. Once you cut me off, those things get cut off too. So don't think that, oh, just because I cut her off, those things will still come. Nope. But yeah, that's the time a dude ruined our friendship over a question. A question though. And I really thought this dude was cute and everything. Like, I had a conversation with somebody. I was like, I don't know what to do because I like these two dudes. One is a gentleman. One is like pretty much a fuckboy. But I was like, one thing I know about him: once he in a relationship, he is loyal. Besides, then when he's talking, like, this dude can be talking to like 15 girls, and yes, I said 15, because one time it was almost 15. But once, as soon as he get in a relationship, then y'all got cut off. Because hello, I got cut off. But yeah, that's the end of my video. Please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please comment down below. Please follow me on all my social media. That will be in the description down below. Comment video ideas that I should do down below. Also, in a video coming up, I will be talking about like some of the stuff I plan to do on this channel.